This lock is peculiar to say the least. It's a piece of the map, but I can't do anything with it. Am I wrong, or did you tell me your name is Margaret Teach?
That's correct.
Do you know a man named Charles Teach?
Your question surprises me. How do you know my great-great-grandfather?
I'm doing some research on the genealogy of Bonetown, and I stumbled upon the Teach family.
Yes, it's been several generations now since the Teaches settled in Bonetown.
What can you tell me about Charles Teach in particular?
He was the one who brought the name Teach here to Bonetown. But of his past, little is known. My great-grandma told me that he was a former fisherman with a knack for books. This library is a donation he made to the city of Bonetown just before he died. After he arrived here in Bonetown, he devoted himself exclusively to reading, and many of these books were bought directly by him. He had so many of them that he basically founded the town library, which then became the family business for the following generations, too.
And he didn't leave anything else apart from the books?
All he left is stored on the upper floor, but it's mostly junk. The real treasure was his books. There's also an old crate without a key, but it looks empty.
Do you by any chance know the story of Captain William Kidd?
Sure, it is mostly a legend. In the golden era of piracy, Kidd stood out for his endeavors, if you could call them that.
The endeavors of a pirate aren't exactly heroic most of the time.
Anyway, his ship, the Adventure Galley, was supposedly filled with treasure when it suddenly disappeared. A few years later, in 1701, Kidd was captured and executed, but his ship and the crew were never found.
What do you think happened?
What always happened at that time? Kidd and his crew squandered all the loot, and to cover their tracks, they sold or even burned the ship. After this story, Kidd became legendary.
Thank you. Thanks, and goodbye.
Thank you for visiting the Bonetown Library. If you need a specific...
Thanks, I'm not doing any research. Very strange. I have the feeling I'm being watched. Better be careful. You never know what can happen in Bonetown. I don't need them. I don't think it can be opened so easily. I can't open this case without the lock seems to be tamper-proof. It would be better to ask the owner before taking a seat. What's inside that case? It seems like some kind of fortune cookie.
Kid, that is not a fortune cookie. It's the fortune cookie. The first and most inimitable pastry needed by the skilled hands of Eddie Bellamy and passed down for generations, waiting for the chosen one to come and taste it.
Do you mean that in all these years, nobody was able to earn the right?
Absolutely not. That is the original cookie. Never has another one been baked.
How can you recognize the chosen one?
That'll be the only one who can pass the test.
What test?
The menu, kid. The menu. Only the worthy will listen to the entire menu without blinking an eye. And at that point, he'll have earned the cookie, along with honor and fame.
Very epic. Where does the test take place?
At the table. When you feel ready, take your seat, and we'll see if you might be the chosen one. But don't get your hopes up. We're extremely selective.
Can you repeat?
Sure. The one who is able to listen to the entire Bellamy chick will be the chosen.
I glimpsed the menu outside the club. What's your specialty?
Chicken, kid. Delicious, free-range chicken.
Only chicken?
Absolutely, kid. Chicken is our main ingredient. Healthy, genuine, and it's not fattening, so you can eat as much as you want. We Bellamys have invented more than 100 recipes to serve it with.
A diverse menu, then. How's business going?
Money is not important to the Bellamys. Our forefather, Eddie Bellamy, left us a little nest egg to pursue our family mission.
And what would that be?
Find the chosen one.
I see there's a free table. Can I take a seat?
It depends.
On what?
That table is reserved for those who want to test themselves.
Can you explain better?
Our family, the Bellamys, have always looked for the chosen one.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you a great-grand...
Absolutely, kid. My great-great-great-great-grandfather was the best cook of the 7 seas. He was the one who founded the first one-eyed Jack. And since then, we've come a long way.
I don't get it, but it's okay anyway. Thanks.
Thanks. I see you want to prove yourself. When you're ready, go.
I feel ready.
There. Let's begin the test. We'll soon. Our menu includes mushroom chicken, algae chicken, egg chicken, spicy chicken, sweet corn chicken, pepper chicken, olive chicken, chicken and vinegar, blah blah, chicken, blah blah blah, free range, blah 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 blah, herb crusted. Kid. Hey kid, the test is... I'm sorry. For now.
And yet I was sure I'd be the one. There's something written. Free. Maybe it will come in handy.
Go ahead and take it. It will open... Some stickers to support Tom Rayleigh's cause are included as well. We also need your...
Thanks. Prisons. The story of Tom Rayleigh. Now I know why this book is free. It seems more like a series of rambling stories instead of a serious biography. Maybe there's just one bit of plausible information. Here it says that Tom Rayleigh's past is dark. He was repeatedly put in prison in Bonetown for being drunk and disorderly. The stickers are nice, but the book is useless to me. I'd rather put this book back in its place. Probably someone else will find it more interesting. It's part of the museum exhibition. Better leave it where it is. I already have a memory that may I don't think I'll need... I don't think it would come in handy.
What do you think? Have you seen what is written on the envelope? It's the property of Tom Rayleigh's...
But I'm one of his great-grandsons.
I'm a researcher, as well as a case. Until then, the envelope will remain...
Good morning.
I am very busy.
Busy doing what?
I don't think you'd understand. You don't look like you have an open mind like us artists.
Come on. Please. Okay, I don't...
Not my research is, of vital importance for Bonetown and its history.
Finding himself?
No.
What kind of...
I'm trying to clear the name of one of the most controversial figures of Bonetown.
Who are we talking about?
Tom Rayleigh. He spent almost his whole life in here.
Was he a researcher too?
No. This was a prison once. They say that Rayleigh, because of his alcohol problems, spent most of his sober time in here.
In every town there's a drunkard.
No. Tom wasn't a drunkard. His artistic life was very troubled. My research proved that.
Have you already done other research on Rayleigh?
Yes. You can find everything about it in the book I wrote on Rayleigh. You can take a copy if you like.
Already done. Very illuminating.
Really? What passage impressed you most?
When he talks about his family life?
Here in Bonetown, he never had a family, but everybody considered him part of the city.
Just what I meant. How come you're so...
It's not that I'm obsessed. Some of the objects in here are his works. But, as with all misunderstood geniuses, he had a devil inside. Some people claim that, in the midst of a drunken stupor, he could produce his best works. But once he was sober, he destroyed those works because he deemed them not to have been done by him. And I, being a misunderstood genius myself, now want to clear his image.
If you say so. And how do you think you can do that?
I'm trying to recover all the works left by the master. And in the meantime, I'm tracing Rayleigh's great-grandsons by delivering the only thing he left here in Bonetown.
His dignity?
No.
A toothbrush?
Don't joke about that. We artists are not interested in personal care.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm talking about that envelope.
Are you the...
No. I'm...
Remarkable. What are the
It's an official document classified by the police. It says for Rayleigh's heirs. I can't... It would go against my...
And probably against some laws as well.
Yes. So I might know what happened to Rayleigh once he left.
Goodbye. They're stickers bearing the words Tom Rayleigh. The museum curator wants to do something to clear Rayleigh's name. According to the book's author, Rayleigh was repeatedly incarcerated in Bonetown for drunk and disorderly conduct. At first glance, it appears to weigh over 100. Surely working out in the... I don't think that dragging this barrel of over 100 liters would benefit me a lot. I don't see how the complete menu of the One-Eyed Jack would help me. I don't need it. It's like an ancient artifact. In poor condition, touching it would surely mean damaging it, even though time has already done its part. I don't think I don't, I don't think sticking them there would... I don't think that ransacking this paperwork will help me in any way. Better ask for permission.
I'm sorry, I'd prefer you not touch it. There's some important notes and I don't want to...
Sure. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. I'm sorry.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Uncle Steve?
Uncle Steve? There's only one child that called me that. It can't be. Willy? Is that really you?
Yes, Steve, it's really me, Willy Morgan.
Son, how are you? Sorry if I don't get up, but my back is killing me. Sitting here all day is bad.
All good, Steve.
Tell me, what brought you back to Bonetown? It's been years since...
For the anniversary of my dad's disappearance. It's been 10 years. I was thinking of swinging by the cemetery.
Already 10 years? Time seems to have stopped in Bonetown since then. I sought refuge in my job to forget. I must see your mother. Does she know you're here?
I told her I was leaving. She's away on a business trip.
How is she? I tried many times to contact you in recent years, but she never answered.
It was very tough for her, too. She preferred to make a clean break from the past, concentrating on me and her job. Bonetown is a memory that still hurts a lot.
I understand.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Willy, and welcome back to Bonetown. I can't show you around, but for anything else, feel free to...
Thanks. Can I borrow...
Of course, as long as you use it responsibly. Even if they're dated back, they're the official stamps of Bonetown.
Thanks. I'll use them well.
Actually, when you're finished with your stuff, you can help me out with that stamp. I have a lot of paperwork to authenticate.
Gladly. How are things going here in Bonetown?
Not very well, I'd say. It's becoming harder and harder to run Bonetown. People leave, and the problems are constantly increasing.
Yes, when I got here...
Parking problems as well? That too must go on the list.
You mean the lack...
Are you staying at the old inn? The owner seems to be grumpy and surly. But actually, all right. I'll try to talk to him at the first opportunity. I'd let you stay here, but to deal with the city expenses, I left my old house. Now I sleep in that little room over there.
Have you ever thought of hiring someone to give you a hand?
Yes, but funds are limited.
I saw some construction work on the buildings.
That's one of the bigger problems in the city. It seems that our water resources are drying up. Some people say that upriver, certain companies have been doing excavations that caused the fracturing of some faults. But I launched an investigation. There's no correlation. So I'm trying to solve the problem by recovering rainwater. And at the moment, it seems to be working.
I hope so for Bonetown. How are things going?
The bigger problem seems to be our water at the moment. Our water resources are drying up. I'm investing my remaining finances and the last of the city's funds to get it back to its former state.
You really care a lot about Bonetown.
I was born and raised here. I don't want it to stay like this.
How are things?
The bigger problem seems to... Our water... I'm investing...
You really care a lot.
I was born...
Do you remember what...
It's always painful for me to talk about Henry. We grew up almost like brothers. Before he decided to leave and become one of the most famous artists. Despite his work, he always found the time to come back here to the... Unfortunately, the night before that fateful day, we went out together. We said goodbye in front of the old inn where he was staying. The next morning, I stopped by to say hello, but there was no... His room was intact. The innkeeper said he didn't see him. That's all I know. Since then, I've been racking my brain to understand what happened.
Just like Mom always tells... Do you, by any chance, know what Dad was working on?
I wouldn't know. Whenever he'd come to Bonetown, he told us fantastic stories of the places he explored. It felt like we were there with him.
Dad was always an exceptional narrator. When he told me a story before bed, I couldn't sleep right away, but instead spent a good part of the night fantasizing.
He used to do the same thing with us here in Bonetown. Everyone was enthralled by him.
Do you...
It's always painful for me to grow up almost like brothers. Despite his unfortunate night, we said next morning his room. That's all. Since then.
Just like Mom. See you later.
Come back whenever you want.
Thanks. I might need one. I'll take the more... The stairs don't seem... I don't want to risk... It only works with 5-cent coins. I'd like to take some, but I spent the last...
I need it. I wrote down the ingredients I require.
I understand. Good morning.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
I was just browsing.
No problem. But please don't touch anything without my permission. I've arranged everything so that it will make my work easier.
What work?
I'm developing a recipe that will make me rich. I just have to find the final ingredients.
Can I have
Unfortunately, the ones you see in the shop are needed to complete the recipe as well as for my livelihood.
I noticed.
If you have some pocket change, there's a candy vending machine right outside the shop. You can take as much as you want. It's only 5 cents for a candy.
Thanks a lot. What are you working on exactly?
It's a recipe of my own concoction for a new non-alcoholic drink. As soon as I find all the ingredients, I'll patent it. I've written everything I need on this piece of paper I found in the back room. There's still some ingredients missing to complete the recipe. Then I'm sure my life will take a turn, and I could say goodbye to Bone Town.
Can I help you somehow?
Let me think. Maybe there's something you could do. I need to go to the warehouse to get some things I couldn't find anywhere else in town. But I need a specific plant that grows here in these surroundings. It's a plant with white flowers that only grows in places exposed to the sun, but also with enough moisture.
No problem. I'll see if I can pick one up and bring it to you.
No. It's extremely delicate. Any contact with the acids in human skin could ruin its essence. You should use specific instruments to pick it up and carry it. If you're willing to give me a hand, I can provide you with all you need.
What would I...
Fortune and glory.
Tremendous. All right.
Very well. Help yourself to the...
I figured as much.
Thanks.
All right. What's that?
I honestly don't know. I was going through the back room when the new recipe suddenly hit me. I grabbed the first piece of paper I came across to write down the ingredients.
Can I see it?
I'd rather you not. Our sector is very competitive. If I let you read the ingredients, you could steal my recipe. I can give it to you after the recipe is completed, when I'll be sure nobody will copy my work.
Okay. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Better not. I think the...
When you find the plant with the white flowers, make sure to be as gentle.
I'll do my best. I better be going now. The owner was clearly in a great hurry to leave. I don't think sticking them there... I don't think... I'm not thirsty.